If you're hoping I'm going to tell you there's a clear winner here, I'm not. This was one of the closest robot vacuum comparisons I've ever done, but it wasn't because the two have the same strengths and weaknesses. They're actually very different, and one might work much better in your home. I've been running the iRobot Roomba 105 Combo and the Roborock Q7 L5 Combo side by side on my 1,000 square foot main floor. That includes vinyl plank flooring, a room with carpet, a few area rugs, some thresholds between rooms, and normal everyday messes in a house full of kids. After a lot of runs, this comparison ended up being much closer than I expected. Before we get into the details, if you want to check out either of these, I'll put affiliate links in the description below. Using those links supports the channel at no extra cost to you. And if you like real-world testing, where I actually live with these robots and compare them side by side, make sure you subscribe. I have more head-to-head comparisons coming. Let's start with vacuuming because that's the foundation. This was tricky because I think the Roborock was legitimately stronger on carpet. It picked up corn chips, which can be very tricky for a lot of robot vacuums, without any issue, except for when, for some unexplained reason, it didn't. The Roomba was also hit or miss on corn chips on carpet, though a little further on the miss side, but it performed better than the Roborock on hard floors. The Roborock tended to flick crumbs with its side brush, while the Roomba felt a little more controlled in that respect. We're talking about small differences, though. Overall pickup performance was really pretty strong on both machines. Mopping is where the nuance really comes in. The Roborock works well. It wets the mop immediately and keeps it evenly damp throughout the entire clean. It feels very consistent and controlled. It's not a super deep mop though, since you just have a stationary pad being pulled beneath the robot. So it will basically just give you good dust control and clean up light spills. The Roomba gives you 3 clearly different overall cleaning levels that affect vacuuming, mopping, and number of passes: light, standard, and deep. Light is a barely damp mop and a low suction vacuum. It's more of a maintenance wipe and a quick, not precise sweep. Standard increases the suction and water level slightly, but still isn't that great at cleaning. Deep is where things change. It increases the water output significantly and adds a back and forth scrubbing motion. That scrubbing pattern is noticeable, and I do think it gives the Roomba a slight edge in actual mopping strength. The trade-off is that the deep mop leaves the floor fairly wet. On my vinyl plank, some parts stayed damp for over 10 minutes. That's fine for my floors, but I would be cautious using that setting on hardwood. If I'm judging purely on cleaning impact, I would give the Roomba an edge. When it comes to navigation, however, the Roborock clearly pulls ahead. It moves in tight, systematic lines. It goes directly to the room you select and starts cleaning with very little hesitation. It doesn't get stuck or caught up cleaning one spot over and over. The Roomba does improve after a few runs, but it still misses some spots, re-cleans others, and just feels less efficient overall. Thresholds are also an issue for the Roomba. It struggles with taller transitions between rooms and can get stuck. The Roborock handles these transitions without issues. Depending on your home layout, that difference could matter a lot more than a slight cleaning advantage. I'll warn you though, neither of these are strong at obstacle avoidance. They'll avoid big objects, but definitely can't be relied on to avoid regular things that trip up robot vacuums like socks and cords. You're gonna want to make sure to pick up before they run. Battery performance is not close. The Roborock can clean my entire 1,000 square foot main floor on one charge. The Roomba makes it about 600 square feet before it needs to return and recharge. If you have a smaller home or mostly run room by room cleans, that may not matter much. But if you want a full floor cleaning in one go, the Roborock is clearly stronger here. The apps are more equal than I expected. The Roborock app gives you independent control over suction and water levels. If you like adjusting settings precisely, you will appreciate that flexibility. The Roomba app simplifies everything into 3 defined modes. When you change modes, it increases suction, water output, and scrubbing behavior all at once. The difference between the modes are very noticeable. It really does come down to preference. Do you want granular control or do you prefer simple, clearly defined cleaning tiers? Both apps also allow you to control basic cleaning scheduling, map editing, and no-go zones. The Roomba 105 can be purchased with a self-empty dock, while the Q7 L5 cannot. There is a slightly upgraded Roborock model, the Q7 M5 Plus, that adds that feature, but this specific one does not include it. The self-empty dock saves you the step of emptying the dustbin after each run. But to be honest, the Roomba 105 station isn't very good. Here's the Roborock dustbin after a clean and the Roomba dustbin after emptying itself into the station. I'm still going to have to hand empty this on a regular basis. And you still have to remove the mop pad and wash it and take care of the water. If you're spending a little more for an upgrade for automation, you might want to skip the vacuum empty docks in favor of a system that handles both vacuum and mop maintenance. They aren't that much more expensive and they're a lot more worth the money. The vacuum empty dock is a little bit helpful, but not transformative. So, is there a clear winner? Not really. The Roomba has a slight edge in hard floor cleaning with both vacuuming and mopping. But the Roborock has meaningful advantages with carpet, navigation, and battery life. And depending on your home, those practical advantages may matter more than a small cleaning edge. If you want to check current availability, both affiliate links are in the description. And if you want more honest side-by-side robot vacuum comparisons before you buy, make sure you subscribe. I test them in real homes so you can decide on what actually fits yours.